CB4, where you at? CB4, where you at? Up in ATL front. Oh man, oh man, oh man. What, he down in Houston front now? Still making Houston look bad, bro. I was done, man. I was done. I wasn't even talking about you no more. After the hurt lip thing, I was done. I'm like, because it hurt me that it was Cap and Jack. Now I know. I had to go back through your whole history then. You know how you find out somebody you thought was like official? You like, man, I thought this dude was official tissue for real. Then they do something and you see that, oh man, you really ain't that guy. You really not thorough at all. Nothing about you is thorough. You just an arrogant basketball player. That's it. That's all you are. A spoiled, arrogant basketball player who care about flash. And I'm like, oh man, now I gotta go back and check your whole file. So for you and Maddie, Cap and Jack, and Maddie Patty, I was gonna, take it easy. And said, I don't want to do this. But I told y'all, I had the anvil waiting over both of y'all heads. I wasn't gonna drop it. I was just gonna sit back and let y'all go ahead and do y'all thing. But I got the anvil for both y'all. But now it's time to close the shop. So y'all stole the show. That's basically the show, The Knuckleheads. That's a real show, people, with real people. Darius Miles, Quentin Richardson, The Knuckleheads. That's something you could support. You can support this page too by hitting the subscribe button to this. Hit that notification bell. Support at Kwame Brown Bust Life. That's his YouTube channel. I think not a person in the world don't know who he is now, since he was a nobody. But his name is coming out the mouth of every news outlet in the world, talking about him on every sports network. And they bringing his name up in front of y'all. Y'all be mad too. Y'all be mad. Now, if y'all didn't like it though, y'all like the attention. Y'all love the attention though. Because y'all have the option to say, hey man, like this ain't got nothing, what I'm doing right here ain't got nothing to do with him. So we gonna leave that out. Now, I didn't want to do this to you, Jack. I really didn't. I really did not. But since you keep playing games, since Maddie keeps playing games behind the scenes, y'all behind the scenes playing games, trying to mess with people's channel, trying to do all this nonsense, video takedown notices. Whenever YouTube start getting busy with me, I already know where it's coming from. I can tell which video it was. I can tell what got you all up in your feelings. And quit asking people about me, dog. If you think I don't know, quit asking people about me. If you want to know something about me, hit me up. Oh, you can't do that though. Because then that expose you. Because you'll be like, no, he got to show people that I hit him up. Ask him, man, what the problem is. What's his problem with me? So I got your message, Jack. I told you, y'all doing things behind the scenes to sabotage me and others. I was just letting Kwame speak. And I got your message back before. So don't keep trying to ask people, who am I, when you already know. I'm the same person. Y'all was trying to say, oh, no, that was a mistake. We thought that was Kwame's page. When you tried to take down the live streams, when Kwame, all of a sudden, his videos, live streams is getting disrupted. Y'all was sitting that in. Y'all called your peoples, and then y'all came and brought them over to me. Then tried to send me the letter. Oh, no, getting the kite back to me through some anonymous people, but I know it was y'all. Talking about, oh, we thought that was Kwame Page because we just see Kwame, in there talking. So we just thought it was Kwame. So anything Kwame, we was just flagging it all. It was all coming in different directions. But it's nothing personal. That what y'all said, right? So why are you asking people about me? If you want to know about me, Jack, all you got to do is hit the doggone button and send a message. You could DM me, say, hey, this Jack, I want to know what the problem is. And if you don't know, all you got to do is go back just 5 seconds. I just told you what the problem was, told the whole world what the problem was and what you did. So it wasn't about Kwame no more. It's about you crossing the line. And now you had to take your medicine. I was done. Then here y'all go playing games again. Sending YouTube nonsense on my account. Because you didn't like the video that was out there. But here it is. You talking about Kwame can't take a joke. Why you couldn't take it as a joke? Because them words we were saying was hitting right home. You knew every word we was saying was hitting a nerve because you know damn well why. He's like, man, that ain't jokes. That's real. You know damn well it was real. Gusto. MC Gusto. So who you trying to be? Your older brother? You trying to be like him? You trying to embody your older brother? That's who you trying to be? You stuck in character? Don't know who Steven is? What was his rap name? You a Mason? You a Muslim? What is it? Talking about y'all ain't know I can speak Arabic. Peep my Arabic I was speaking? Yeah, I'm getting it. Like, come on, man. You probably learned 3 phrases that you don't even know what it means. Probably meant like $3 to wash your clothes at the laundromat. You don't even know. So this is what we dealing with right now, ladies and gentlemen. Capping Jack. And boy, you been capping. You been capping. And now it's time to drop the anvil on you, boy. Jack been lying to us. Would you be shocked if I told you that this man was a rat? You a rat. Karceno is calling Steven Jackson a rat. And I'm going to prove it in this video. I'm going to prove you a rat. And then we can move on from that. Then I want to see you respond to the fact that you was a rat. That's what I want you to do. I want you to deny that you was a rat and then try to prove it. Because I can prove what I'm saying. I want to see you prove it. Me. So you can see who it is. It's me. Same guy. What's up, Jack? We don't hide behind no profile, no fake pictures or nothing like that. You know better, Jack. I show my face. I'm also the person that saved your life in the strip club before when the incident happened. Same guy, Jack. You guys would have probably got them, or they would have got you, but something was going to go down that night. I'm one of the people that saved your life. So what happened in Indiana almost happened again somewhere else. Because you love them strippers, Jack. You love them a bit too much. So you end up putting yourself in situations that, you know, you dealing with the grime. Like Kwame said, they was renting out the top floors of the Ritz-Carlton, you know, doing $1 million it. You know, that's real millionaire it. You're a millionaire. You out here hanging around the $20 a damn strip club. Well, they ain't got no real security at the door. It's crazy. Now, I'm going to explain what we mean by Captain Jack stuck in personalities. He's a Mason, he's a Muslim, he's a black activist, he's a rapper, he's a MC Gusto, the thug gangster guy. He's the former basketball player, analyst. Now, we don't know which guy he gonna be. He's got about 6 to 8 different people he is, and he can't stick with not one. But gotta rewind people back so they can see their memory. Remember this? See, Jack got in trouble because he said something about defending Deshaun Jackson, who was speaking up. Now, what Jack said was right, but he offended the Jewish people. They were offended. And then Jack had to make this statement.
What up, world? Today's word is assume. Assume. To all my Jewish people, I love y'all. Y'all took the video the wrong way. I said he was right, stemming from a conversation we had before I got on live about how they handling him and how they handled Cooper when he said the N-word. They didn't handle him the same way, and that wasn't right. And that's what I was talking about. I love y'all. You'll never find a video or article of me saying I hate anybody. Let me clear that up. Assume, today's word. As a black man, you get pulled over by the police, they assume you about to run. They assume you got drugs in the car. They assume you got a gun. They assume the worst, right? I didn't say nothing about Jews or supporting Hitler at all in that video, but that's what they assume I said. And y'all wonder why we fighting for equality, because y'all assume the worst from a black man. I love everybody. I've always stood that way. Love for all who have love for all. So why would you assume I hate somebody?
So after that gets a response of, oh man, Jack done sold out. Jack done went soft. See, that was the ball playing Jack speaking there, black activist type guy. Now he had to go full blood. Now he back to gangbanging Jack. Gangbanging Jack finna talk now. After he getting feedback from the last video that he did, that he like, man, you know, 5, you going a little soft. Can have that.
Oh, but let me say this too, to finish that last message. I don't give a fuck who I offend.
Tough now.
Ain't nobody gave a fuck about offending us all this time. Ain't nobody standing up when people are saying shit, racist shit about us. So no, I don't give a fuck about offending nobody.
Okay.
And that's just what it is. If you know me, you know I love everybody the same way. But what I'm standing for now, if you don't understand it, then you never knew me. You was just around me for the wrong reasons. Love for all who have love for all. It's that simple. If you don't love everybody, then so be it. That's on you. But I'm looking to offend you. I'm looking to piss you off.
What was
Them
that?
days you being comfortable and treating people like shit and being racist is over. Big facts.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now you just heard gangbanging. Why wasn't that energy in the first video? Different energy, buddy. Totally different. Right? Now, he ain't done. He was tough then. Yeah, I'm going to double down. Totally different than the one he just made 1 minute ago. Now, here comes black activists.
Hey man, with all this I be saying, all these facts I be saying too, I try to make everything understandable for y'all. How it ain't rocket science, how it's simple, right? And it is people that's on the side with us. It is people that understand what we saying and not hearing to respond or not hearing to debate what we saying. It's a lot of people that's listening to us that understand that what we saying is right and understand that we're not saying that to demean another race. We saying it to educate people and understand why we hurt, why we want equality. And a lot of people know what's been done to us. They just ain't never had the conversation or never had the guts to admit it. I want to salute Steve Kerr for reaching out. I want to salute the coach from Minnesota for reaching out. I want to salute Mark Cuban for reaching out. I want to salute Adam Silver for reaching out because they understand. It ain't about hate. We just want equality.
All right. See? Black activist man. Now, sounds great. But now, let's get to the snitch. So, hopefully you guys have subscribed to the page. Hit the notification bell. I didn't want to do this to you, Jack, but you forced my hand to drop the anvil on you. And here's the anvil, brother. You lied. You purposely told the lie when what happened in Indiana. You omitted things when it happened in the incident there. So, without further ado, your boy Cino is gonna give it to you straight. You talked to the cops. You did, Jack. You talked. OG CB4, the hardest dude in the world, capping Jack, bang bang, shooting him up, all that blood talk, blood walking, stack 5, singing like Beverly Hills. And you can deny it all you want. It's in the police report. Yeah, you was talking a lot, Jack. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. On the very first page there, right? And it just sets the scene up. Okay? It was about everything that was going on, setting up the scenes. There was a response to a call of someone shooting a gun in the air, and with no regard. Snap Hunter was there, who was Jimmy Hunter. He was riding with Steven Jackson that night. That also is on the report. Jamal Tinsley was in a black SUV with someone else who wasn't identified. Stephen Jackson immediately told the cops that he had fired shots and that the handgun had a valid Indiana license. Jamal Tinsley told the police that he had a gun in the car. He gave an officer the keys to his car. The police officer retrieved the gun, and what do you know? He found 2 ounces of marijuana. They interviewed Marquise Daniel, who was in his white Bentley, and this is like one of the few times he was ever mentioned in the entire situation altogether, because he really didn't have any participation as far as what he, gave up. So they interviewed the guy that works at the club, one of the detectives, and he said there was no altercation inside the club, but there was a fight in the back parking lot. The employee said that he tried to break it up, but it escalated, and he ended his appearance and decided to call the police. The police report said they heard an engine thumping and a tall black man on the ground. Then they heard gunshots. Now, Stephen Jackson, his rights was read to him. He waived his rights. He agreed that nothing happened inside the club, but allows that a person ran him over with the car might have felt disrespected because the Pacers crew that he was with ignored him, knowing the driver inside of the club. Stephen Jackson left with Snap Hunter. Jackson says outside of the club, he was approached by a small black man with a handicapped short arm. This guy had one hand behind his pants, where Stephen Jackson tells the police the guy yelled dump over and over. And Jackson thought this to mean shoot, and started yelling back at the guy. And somehow this escalates until Stephen Jackson got punched in the mouth by a short, stocky guy. It's short and stocky in the police report. He was punched in the mouth by a short, stocky guy. That's what it says. So you told the cops you got punched in the mouth by a short, stocky guy with a handicap arm. I can't make this up, ladies and gentlemen. I am not that good. So I'm not dissing you, Captain Jack. But when you told this story, you did not mention getting punched in your mouth by a short, handicapped man with one arm. So, after getting punched in the mouth, Jackson says he had his handgun on him while all of this was happening, but never mentions having gone into the car. He never mentioned that. So, did he have the gun on him the whole night? What happened? So, Stephen Jackson is fighting the short, stocky guy. Then he says the guy hops into a car and drives at him, which hits him and throws him over the vehicle to the ground. He tells the cops, Stephen Jackson tells the cops he squeezed off 4 or 5 shots. Snap Hunter then helped him up. Then Snap threw the gun into Jackson's car. The police then interviewed Jamal Tinsley. Tinsley says they were at the club. Somebody ordered them drinks, but he doesn't know who. Then this might be his favorite sentence of the night. A short black male with handicapped short arms started yelling about being a pimp and said none of the Pacers had $500. I cannot make this up, ladies and gentlemen. Then he said there was a beef with the short and stocky guy, a short guy, and another short, stocky guy inside of the club, because those two guys were causing problems with the dancers that the Pacer players had paid for. Tinsley agrees that the short guy was yelling out in the parking lot and had his hand in his waistband. He heard the gunshots but did not know where they came from. Tinsley told nothing. He gave them a bunch of words, nothing. Snap Hunter comes up and he tells the same thing Steven Jackson said, except he saw Steven Jackson get hit by the car. Marquise Daniel was parked in his Bentley, like I told you. He was actually parked across the street from everybody else where he saw the fight break out. And he saw Jackson get hit by the car. But he, however, was unsure if he heard any gunshots. And that's all they got from Marquise Daniels. So Marquise Daniels know how to keep his damn mouth shut. He wasn't out there CB4 waving guns around and then telling the police all about it. He wasn't ratting Captain Jack. It seems like all the other people was keeping it real gangster. They was keeping it real quiet. Everybody except for you. So the police found the bullet mark, the tire marks, they saw the bullet shells, and they had a video of Steven Jackson being thrown in the air after being hit. Please get me that video. I'm going to drive to Indiana to see if I can get the footage. I'm going to be playing that over and over. Captain Jack, woof, flying in the air. There you go. CB4. Gusto flying in the air. So, because Captain Jack, who they already got a statement from, right? But after talking to everybody, there's gaps in his story. So they want to come back and take another statement from him. And this time they taped it. The first time they didn't tape it. They just took it down as they were going. Now, Jackson tells the story again, but this time he adds a little bit more to it. He starts saying he did run to the car to go get the gun and grab his gun before the fight even started. Now the fight starts, and now he's saying he never got punched at all. And then I'm like, well, if you never got punched at all, but he did kick the man with the handicap arm who was on the ground. So, I mean, I don't know. Now, in here, he says he did fire a gun into the air a few times to break up the fight. Then he got run over by a car, and then he fired a few more times. So, Steven Jackson gave them a description of the car that that hit him. They got it on tape, supposedly, but they wanted to get a description of the car. He gave up all the descriptions of the car and gave up a key detail that helped the police out. The car had 26-inch rims. He was sure of that. So they went back and got recordings of all the players, and Tinsley, who they found the 2 ounces of weed in his car when they went to go recover the guns, brought a friend who said the marijuana belonged to him, the unidentified man, who wasn't an NBA basketball player, by the way. He took responsibility for the 2 ounces of weed, and the NBA never charged Tinsley with that at all. Now, 2 days later, the police gets a tip that the 2 men are now in an apartment building that may be suspects to the case. Both guys wind up to be cousins with the last name of Wilford. And one guy is called Dino, who's the short, stocky one with the handicap arm. And they interview him, bring him in, and he says nothing happened in the club. And then once they were outside, the Pacers guys surrounded his cousin, who was the other guy with the handicap arm, who says that he saw the Pacers crew beating up his cousins. Then he heard gunshots. He jumped in his car, and on the way he drove over one of the guys who was firing the gun. Apparently he left his cousin there to get beat up, because he didn't wait on his cousin, because his cousin gave a report, and the cousin's report is this. His name, they call him Fingers. Fingers said that he was leaving the club, and he's the handicap guy, Fingers. So it was two short guys. One was short and handicapped, and the other one was short and stocky. So Fingers is the one that got into it with Steven Jackson. So Fingers says that he was leaving the club and trying to walk and talk with a woman when Steven Jackson came up to him and started yelling at him and waving a gun around. He then fired into the air. Next thing you know, Fingers knew a bunch of guys had him on the ground and was kicking him. He looked up and saw Dino, his cousin, driving away. He then got up, walked over to a payphone where he called a cab, and that was the end of his night. And the police, they recovered and impounded the vehicle at Dino's mom's house. And that's basically it. But one key fact that we know now, Jack, is that you are a rat. You gave up all the information to go and arrest these dudes. Your key source information was key to locking them up. Congratulations, CB4. Hardest man, gangster on the internet all the time, gang banging stack 5. We dare you to respond. We know you're making a movie about it, so we know you're going to have it all entirely different, but explain that, Anvil. How the man that's all the smoke, we want this, I'm official, how everybody know me. Why was you ratting to the damn cops? Everybody else kept their mouth shut. All you did was run your damn trap. You couldn't stop talking. I mean, damn, you gonna do anything else to help them out with the investigation? Damn. I know that everybody else was there. I'll be looking at you like, dude, why don't you shut the hell up? Damn. They ain't asking you to solve the damn crime. They just asked you your part. You could have told them a little thing. You think legit, you gone, boom. You don't know nothing. You concussed. You don't remember nothing. You suffering a concussion. From that point, you don't know nothing. You supposed to be street, ain't you? You tough CB4 gangster. You triple OG. Flossing with the posse. See, I want the young people that's listening to this to understand. Anybody that's been in the streets know it's nothing to glorify. Nothing that happens there is beautiful. That's out there late at night. You just hoping to survive. You just hoping something don't go down. That's crazy. That you got to deal with. But you got to be on point and alert. That's not a way to live. People try to get out the streets. They try to find a way out. Those are the people that's out there, that's really trying to do something. They trying to make moves. They ain't got time to be all caught up in the old nonsense. So I'm saying, subscribe to the page. Subscribe to Kwame's page. Hit up the Knucklehead Show with Darius Miles, Quentin Richardson. Follow some real people. We got to get away from all this fake. I thought you was an official dude, man. You see how what happened when you go back, start pulling files up? I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was gonna stay away. I was gonna stay out of it. But now you did it to yourself. You done stepped in that quicksand, boy. Got some of that mama's cooking.